Hello, my friends, and welcome to 365 Days of Healing. Healing, what is healing? So I thought I would talk about what healing is and why it is an important subject, especially when we're doing 365 Days of Healing. So healing to me is not just about the physical. It is about the physical as well. However, it is about the mind, healing the mind and healing what conditioning we've had that may not serve us to the best of our soul. It is also about healing our emotional body. That can get caught in the bind of being, say, the victim or feeling shame or just feeling despondent and down. And it is about healing ourselves holistically. It is healing the whole. And it's not just on this level that we're healing. We can say heal past lives. We can heal things that we've brought in that are coded into us, into our DNA, and are carried with us genetically. Now, don't think that we can't change our DNA or our genetic coding, because we can. It takes quite a time to get around this concept of what that sort of healing means, because we have been conditioned in our Western world anyway to believe that healing is divided between the physical, the mental, the emotional, and then the spiritual, and then at a DNA level, well, you can't change DNA. Yes, you can. And in fact, we know that you can, because there are things that change our DNA. Certain things interfere with our DNA. So it is about how we can do that in an holistic way. And that's what all these 365 days of healing is about. It's not just about one modality serving us. It's about many modalities serving what it means to balance this whole person that we are, or that we are having as this lifetime experience. Everything that we know and everything that we do is available to us. It's tuning into it. It is opening our minds, because that's the driver, I suppose, if we want to put it like that, of what we do and why we do it. Now, different parts of our mind are working in different ways. It's actually bringing all those parts together so that they serve our highest good, so that we can be all that we are, so that we can manifest everything that we could even begin to dream of. And we can. It is in our belief system that stops us from achieving everything that we set our mind to achieve. And I'm not talking about materialistically, but that can come into it too, because abundance is ours. If we believe and understand we are abundant, we are abundant. It's not necessarily about having all these material trappings. It is about having everything that we need to survive day to day. But it could be about having all the trappings, if that's what makes us feel secure. Then becomes our attachment to those trappings. And believe it or not, there is enough on this earth for everybody to be hugely abundant, materialistically, as well as in just the survival mode of getting 3 meals or 1 meal a day so that we can survive. There is enough for everybody. And that's our yearning. Our yearning, if we are beings that are full of the light of love, it is about spreading that across our earth so that we can break down anything that it is against the beauty and the innocence of what love is. And of course, it is the purity and the innocence of love that is the greatest healer for ourselves and the greatest healer for those around us. If we learn how to love and appreciate every part of ourselves and everything that we have done through our lives to this point in time, we actually begin to heal, because we come to understand why we have, say, gone down what seems to be the wrong track. Or is it the wrong track? Maybe it was the right track, because we didn't have the insight or the understanding as to why we were doing what we were doing. But when we gain the insight and the understanding of why we did certain things, then we have a level of forgiveness and understanding as to what led us down that track. And that happens at every given point throughout our life. Now, that's in this timeline continuum, this understanding of what time means. Time really is irrelevant, because eternity means does not have a beginning, it does not have an end. And therefore, we have the capacity to be everything that we can even imagine. So it's giving ourselves permission to heal any thoughts that do not serve that highest understanding, that highest level of love, that highest level of where we all came from in the first place, which we call the source. And everything fractalized, it changed, and we all went about having our own agendas and doing whatever we needed to do, because we did not have the understanding that we could just live in a state of peace, in a state of harmony, in a state of bliss, and in a state of absolute unconditional love. That is where our healing lies, in that state of absolute unconditional love. And it is loving every part that we are, not just here holistically, but out there as well. We may not understand what's going on out there, but once we go to that space of unconditional love, we actually gather and gain the understanding. And when we gain full understanding of what is actually happening, we then begin that ascension process, which takes us back to the source, where we are completely in the essence of purity, in the essence of innocence, and the essence of unconditional love. So this is our healing. This is what we are attempting to do in this 365 days, is giving little snippets of things to each of you that are watching this, even to ourselves, to take us on this journey of unconditional love, which brings peace, harmony, and bliss. Namaste, my friends.